Yeah, I
That's a
hear you, man. I just wanted to be like in a green patch all day, like just sitting outside without moving. It wasn't all the travel bug that I've had is kind of gone away. I just want to be outside doing what I'm doing right now, Maybe with a
it
glass of
just
wine.
yeah, nothing really mattered. I mean, even glass of wine before it was like, what wine are we drinking? It was like the whole thing about fineness. I think you just realize it's nice, it's important, it's important for your character, but it just became very simple. This confinement was a slap to all the jazzy shit in my life. I was like, you know what, just become simple now.
I don't know. I mean, I have to say, I live in France. I'm a little bit snooty about the wine still, even in confinement. I was drinking my Margot, no less. Although if it wasn't there, I was drinking whatever came my way.
The first two
Yeah,
months, yeah, we were drinking. Then we got bored of that
uh,
as well. And then we're like, now what do we
yeah.
do? So
Now what do
then
we do?
I think the first 2 week, we were trying to hide and go for a walk. And that was the biggest excitement the whole day. We went for a walk. And so when we saw a cop, we would look away. We're like, we don't know each other. And because I'm brown and he's white, people would get confused. They're like, maybe they're not together.
Yeah, maybe. But tell me about this, that your relationship is fairly new, right?
Yeah,
Before you went into confinement, you got married, what, 2 years ago? 3 years
yeah,
ago, something like that, right?
yeah.
And you don't know him a whole lot before, right? It's one of
No.
those, I met him, fell in love, okay, now I'm getting married, moving. Moving to God knows where, don't even know where I'm
I
living.
wanted to move in. My mom's like, no, first get married. I'm like, no. Yeah, it was the funniest wedding ever. It was beautiful, very small people, but it was so quick that I still remember. So I wanted to be a South Indian bride, a mixture of South and North, because that's what I am now. So I had a belt with Lakshmi on it. It was so quick that we didn't have the time to make Lakshmi, so the face was not there. It was only the hands. And mom's like, है तो यही तो होता है लक्ष्मी, हाथ तो मिल गए तुमको.
हाँ, तो ठीक है ना, how will you receive? You have to receive the Lakshmi. So it's okay. But, the big thing about confinement has been that either you're going to end up with babies at the end of, by December,
By the
or
way,
which,
in
by the
Bihar,
way,
by the
oh,
way,
you have
when
a
the
big
migrant workers,
announcement.
huh?
Shriya Saran has a big announcement to make about.
No,
No.
I think in Bihar, when the migrant workers came back, they were given condoms. Did you know that?
That's good.
That's a smart move.
That's a
But
smart move. But either there's going to be babies and what else is there to do, or there's going to be divorces. And I already know a couple of people who've come out of confinement in Paris who are divorcing very sadly.
no,
But tell me the pressures of like, you don't know, you've not lived in close quarters with Andre for this long. I mean, I've been married 11 years. I've not lived in close quarters with my husband for this long in one place. I mean, we're both all over the place. There goes an ambulance.
oh my God.
Hmm.
Sorry, it's a noisy city. I mean, yeah, this is what it is right now. The 2 months we were listening about this sounds so much. By the end of it, initially I was very scared. By the end of second month, I think I got used to it. Um, no, so when we started dating, he had come to India, and I didn't know where to go because, I mean, and he's like, it's your country, show me around. I'm like, show, किधर ले जाओ इसको? Because the people, I mean, I didn't want to be spotted with him. So we went to Ladakh of all the places. And it started snowing and the airports were shut. But the Russian, it was like, ye airports kyun shut hue hai abhi? And this is
And because
like,
it's snowing a tiny bit. I mean, are you crazy? We don't shut Siberia for anything.
are you serious? So I'm like, yeah, this is what it is. So we were shut down for 4-5 days in a hotel room. And of course, he took me for beautiful holidays after that. In Europe, we did a road trip. We went to America. It was beautiful. But I think
Yeah. No, but stop. It's not the
but
same
4
thing.
days, but those 4 days that I was stuck with him in the room, I thought I was going to kill him because I've never been with someone like that in 4 days. But I fell in love then. Of all the places, and I was just stuck with him. because we could not go out, we whatever. So for us, I feel the confinement was okay. I mean, we were fine. We were very happy, chilling, watching movies, talking crap. We'll have discussions about soul and universe and shit like that. But the only problem was when it got over, because he wanted to go north and I wanted to go south.
Meaning?
Meaning, like, he wants to go swim in the cold, and I want to go chill, sit in the terrace. So now it's funny because we're like, now we have difference of opinion. The women at home, we were fine.
Funny. That's actually very interesting because when you're in confinement, there's nothing to do, so you agree and you kind of get to know each other and whatever, and that can go sour too. But the fact that you come out, did you have to pick fights? Tell me
we
worst, like kind of like ugly. Tell me the ugly truth, okay?
No, our fights are really silly. It would be about really stupid shit. But then he's very sweet. Like he'll write notes and put it everywhere in the house. And I'm like,
are you listening? He writes notes and puts it everywhere around the house. Romantic.
He
okay.
does.
Yeah.
And then or in the morning there'll be a note with coffee. He'll make coffee for me. So he's cute like that. So that way he's entertaining. He's fun. But now that it's over, he's so full of life. He's going crazy. He's like, wants to swim every day. He wants to go for a run every day. And when it's like 18 degrees, like who swims in the water 16 degrees? Only Russians can. But so but it's okay. It's funny. What about you guys?
It's complicated, because even though we're similar, you and me, like we think kind of like freely and stuff. I have a child. And when you have a child, it's completely different. Confinement is like, okay, so you're a teacher. You have become designated everything do in the house person, plus do your own work. Plus, every 2 minutes is, mama, no matter how independent you've trained your child to be, which at the end of confinement, I have to say we've managed. But as you've been privy to in our phone calls, with my child coming in and saying this, so even though you can be very similar people have had very different experiences during confinement. For me, it's all been about the search for me time. I have not had a minute to myself. So when I hear about people getting into creative zones and I'm learning a new trait and I'm doing creative writing and maybe I'll do some new dancing class online, I'm just like, for want of a better word, F off, okay? I don't have a second to myself. So don't tell me you're doing all this. I don't even have time to think. So the fact that I can piece a sentence together without help is a big thing. So confinement has not been easy in that sense, but at the same time...
when you were with a child and alone in any country with you don't have nannies, nothing, no help, it's hard. I mean, it's hard.
But even if you have nannies, like I have a nanny, but she doesn't live with me, so I didn't want her there. And besides, when you're confined, you don't want any more people in your house. You barely want your husband and your child. I mean, you don't want a third person. Lucky are those who were confined alone, okay?
So a friend of mine who has, she's working non-stop and she has 2 sons, and she said that she would give, her name is Kiran, she said she would give any amount of her inherited money just so that someone can come and take care of her kids.
I hear her. I'm with you, sister. I'm with you, sister, the whole way. I hear you.
Crazy.
Tell me now, I know we're both very positive people and hurrah and blah, 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 but we both have, we both hit rock bottom a few times as well during this time, right? So, didn't you?
I did, yes, everyone did. Everyone who says that they didn't hit the rock bottom or they didn't feel it, they're lying. There are times you're like, fuck, what am I doing? Or what's going to happen with work? Because movie industry, film industry is very badly hit. And it's not just us actors. There are like so many people go here. Like, background dancers. We have lightmen. We have spot boys. We have camera department.
Mm.
And there's so many people, and they are literally daily wage workers, stylists and music and background, and it's just like we don't know when we start shoot again. We don't know when theaters will open. So it's like
No.
you don't know
No, but
anything.
if I mean, even for the background workers, actually, it's tough because now you're not allowed any crowd scenes. You're not allowed any junior artists. So what do you do with? I mean, what are those people
What do you
supposed
do
to
with
do? They
an
go from
intimate scene?
job to job. No, you don't do
Yeah,
intimate
and what
scenes.
do you
Don't you know the big 20-page handout that's been given to Bollywood? You're not, no hugging, no kissing, no marriage scenes.
I think we go back to making
So
movies how we made in 1940s. You just put a
no,
flower
I
in.
think you can be you. No, I think we can think creatively. I think they can. I
No,
think
we
this for
can.
people who are going to embrace this and sort of go, this is not going to limit us. It's. I mean, beautiful things can happen. Amazing, tiny movies can happen. You know. Yeah.
No, absolutely. You can do a lot more, and I feel that the way you were telling story would change. Um, People are a little too spoiled
Hmm.
with it. I mean, it's some
I've lost her now. Ah, there you are. Uh,
sitting
hmm.
area which I love. It was again made by Gaudi. I think yeah, it's
Oh
kind
wow.
of cool. So yeah, I like it. I love this. I like to come and sit here whenever I fight with Andre.
Are there lots of people there? Are there lots of people in
Yeah,
the streets right now?
yeah, yeah. The stores are
Yeah.
open, and I went shopping
Ah.
the other day because I wanted to buy some clothes for
What?
no reason.
What? No, what? You did it. We discussed this. You said, I wonder how long it will be till I walk into a store and randomly try clothes because I'm not going to know if what virus it has. You did it. What's wrong with you?
No, no. So the first 2 3 stores, the fancy ones, the cool
Yeah.
ones, they're like, oh, you can't do, you can't do. We're like, okay.
Huh.
So then we went to El Bono, which is more like the Soho and more chill vibe. It's more fun.
Right.
This car is just not stopping. Sorry.
Mm.
The more fun vibe. And
Huh.
then she's like, do you guys want to try? We're like, yeah, we don't know. Of course, try. And I'm like, Andre, we're not trying clothes. We're not trying then. You don't know how they are.
Yeah.
But then he's like, you know what, you need to start trusting a little bit, and I'm sure she won't give you clothes which are, and you don't put your mouth and
Listen,
face
all
into it.
right, I'm sorry, I know you've done it, but let me just give you a tiny piece of information that clothes in any shop, high street shop, or even your fancy boo boo yee shops, they all of them have bacteria even in the best of times and all kinds of germs in the best of times. So I really suggest if you're going to buy something, take it home, wash it, and then wear it. I mean, please don't try clothes. I'm sorry, I'm killing the fashion industry even more than
No, but
it's
it's
dying.
crazy.
But
I was talking to some of my designer friends. They're like, we don't know what it's going to be again.
yeah,
But I think something good will come, and there'll be more sustainable fashion, which we spoke about last time.
mm.
Um, which you were very
Anyway,
passionate about.
come back to me. Come back to this
Can I
thing
show you
about
the
taking
first
yeah.
apartment I came in Barcelona where I stayed?
Do I have a choice? No, you have to show me. Come on.
Yeah, I want to show. It is really cool. So it's inspired by Gauri, and it is like
Uh,
that. In the middle, that crazy apartment, that's where I
uh.
stayed. I stayed here for 1 week when we
Which
first
floor?
came, and we fell in. We were on the fourth, and we both fell in love with this apartment. It's almost like waves in the ocean. Okay, anyway, I'm going on. Yes, someone said, KOEL, you're amazing.
I am amazing. Am I not? Wow. Listen, I'm going to walk now so that I can show also people some things. Maybe we should ask people if they want to ask you or me anything or
Gopal
yeah.
Rock says, I am reading because I know we
Yeah,
go back to
okay.
your questions are more interesting than the shit I'm talking. But someone called Gopal Rock.
Where are you? I've lost you. Anyway, I lost her. I was asking her. There we are. So tell me. No, are there any interesting questions? I can't even read. I'm not looking also properly.
No, so I wanted to ask you why and how you. I mean, you're saying
Hmm.
yes, you're not doing any. You didn't have any time, but
Yeah.
you still wrote these beautiful articles, very inspiring and very
Hmm.
touching. funny, and pretty much summing up your personality. But they were brilliant. So what inspires you to write, um, and how do you get all those words all put
How do I
together?
get all those words? I love that. No one's ever asked me how do I put all those words together. What's going on? Yeah. But what inspires me to write? The thing is, I was in the middle of finishing my fiction book, and
Yeah.
actually, no,